Hello. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you've had a similar problem to myself, which would be that your handlebars have been moving on you and you can't seem to get them tight enough. This is my 2004 Harley-Davidson Road King, and as you can see, my handlebars are held on with these two pinch brackets. Now, I've tightened them up as absolutely tight as they'll go. I put everything back together. I rode down the road. First time I hit a good bump, they moved about a ½ inch on me. During that ride, they actually moved on me about 2 more times over a couple 100 miles. So I went to Harley, and their solution is to replace this with one solid piece that goes all the way across. It's about $40, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a very good chance it's going to do the same thing all over again. So before I go purchase that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in one of these brackets. Very carefully, I'm going to drill a hole in the same position in the handlebar. And I say very carefully because these handlebars have electronics that run through them for the turn signals and the kill switch and so on. So then I'm going to countersink the bracket portion so that my Allen head bolt will sit flush or close to it, and I'm going to tap it so that it would be threaded. So if all goes right, I'm going to need a drill bit, I'm going to need a drill, I'm going to need a tap, I'm going to need a Allen head screw, and of course I'll need another drill bit as well. They'll be the same size, well actually slightly larger than the head, so that this will be able to countersink on in. Alright, so I drilled my hole in the bracket, and then once I could tell that I'd made it all the way through, I very carefully kept going just long enough to mark the handlebar real well, and I obviously took the bracket off because I'm drilling by hand and I don't want to waller the hole out and make it to where possibly when I go to tap it, the hole's too big. As you can see, I decided to cover my tank because when you drill, you have little pieces, that little curly cues are going to fly off, and you can see where my holes started. So I'm going to finish that hole, then I'm going to tap it there, and then I'm going to countersink out the clamp portion after I put it back on. Alright, so now I've got the hole drilled all the way through, and once I made it through, I took a small screwdriver and I poked it in the hole and kind of pushed the wires out of the way so that way it'll be a little easier to tap. Alright, now we're just going to do a real easy tap job here. Alright, as you may have seen there at the very last second of that video, my tap started to spin in the drill. This really is better off done by hand. I was trying to basically cheat with the drill based on the confined space with the cables, but we're going to have to go this route, which is the better route to go in the first place. Alright, here we go. We now have the hole tapped, so this will screw in and out just fine. Alright, it's a little dark over here, but I'm putting the top clamp piece actually in my vise so that I could do this piece, but you could do it on the bike, but because I have the vise available, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. But I'm going to go ahead and use the vise to hold it while I tap it, and then I'm going to go back in with a larger drill bit and do the countersink. Alright, it's all finished up. We got the bracket back on tight, and got the countersink to where the head just sticks up just a touch, and this should take care of my problem from this point on. Sorry for the video quality, could have been a little better. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will try to respond the best I can. Thank you.